My name is Reginald Ignatius III, and you have stumbled across the Latency Alley. Don't let the name confuse you. Yes, as the Nexus grows, Kieran, John, Daniel, and Nathan now bowl balls down long lanes with conversations about video games. It's sure to entertain. Oh, so sit back, relax, listen to the live music from the iced tea fanatics, and let yourself be whisked away on a merry little journey lane.
Oh, that was a lovely strike, Kieran.
Thank you. I do come in here purposely meaning for strikes.
Well done.
Come in here.
I come in here.
I thought the whole thing was that you guys couldn't leave.
We can't come in here. If we come in here, then a certain character might show up.
I've missed them.
No, actually, I was at his funeral the other day.
Oh, it's a good job his twin brother is still alive.
Oh, strange thing. They were in a car together. Car crash. They fell into the cum vat.
What about his uncle Timmy?
Oh, his uncle Timmy, the cum fairy.
Timmy the cum fairy.
He's not actually a cum fairy, he's a plumber.
Oh.
Cum plumber. Cumber.
That would be interesting to hear from.
Yeah, wouldn't it be?
We should bring him in next time the toilet breaks.
Yeah, we'll see.
The
We'll see how
cum
desperate
toilet.
we get. It seems like we can't bowl anything but strikes in this place. And I've tried to roll it down the gutter, and still somehow all the pins go down.
We're trying to get some.
No, now that you mention it, that is kind of weird. I thought I was just really good at bowling.
Yeah. Like, I bowled it, like, backwards, like in Wii Sports Bowling.
Oh, that's fun though in Wii Sports Bowling.
Still got a strike somehow. It's like looped round. It's like anything where you throw a ball.
It always just hits the string. It's a constant. It gets really annoying after a while. The whole, like, strike! It's the same voice from the Wii Sports if you've noticed.
Just constantly.
Oh, who's this with our drinks? Bringing our drinks over.
Drinks! What are the drinks?
Hello, Caroline.
I mean, so says the name tag. I mean, you don't really look like a Caroline, but...
What have you brought us?
Drinks!
No.
What kind of
drinks? Well, yes, I'll take a drink. Would you like a drink?
Thank you.
Drinks,
Yeah, I'll take one,
drinks, drink, John.
I don't really trust this drink.
Thank you, Caroline.
More drinks!
Hang on, this is cum.
What's that over there? Is that a fairy?
Oh,
It's Jimmy the cum fairy!
Jerry's come back.
It's me! Back from the dead.
And also here is Jordan.
Hello.
Wow, Caroline went away fast. Hello, Jerry. How have you been?
You do one roll,
Jerry,
and it's what you're known for.
would you please state your name for the record?
I am...
Sorry, please take the fags out of your mouth.
Don't worry, I'll hold them in my hand. Jerry, go continue.
Name and,
my name
and
is,
title.
Well, I'm Jimmy.
Oh,
Jeremy.
yeah, I was used to Jerry. Jimmy, or
Jerry, that's
Sorry,
his name.
no.
That's my name.
Hang on.
It's Jerry, Jimmy the cum fairy.
This is getting suspicious.
Jimmy's his uncle, he gets confused.
Yes, as you knew me before, I was a cum fairy, but I've actually moved on. I am now in middle management of the cum fairy industry.
You got a promotion.
Brilliant.
Well, yeah.
Or
It
did
was
you
more.
move sectors?
It was more my immediate superior retired, and you get bumped up.
Retired. You got bumped off, and he got you got bumped up, and he got shut up. How have you
Alright.
been, Jared?
Been all right.
Not collecting cum anymore.
No.
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 You would think at Christmas it would be in heavy hand.
You know, I'd like to move past that part of my life.
You ashamed.
I know. I mean, I'm
You
just
shouldn't
saying.
be ashamed.
I spent 25 years of my youth.
Do you still get paid in cum? I think that was established
Yeah,
that
it
you
was
got paid
established.
in cum.
Was it? Yeah.
So it's
Still paid in cum,
still
but
a cum-based economy.
it goes into the cum bank now.
Oh,
Yeah.
make a deposit
And
at
I
the cum
get, I get interest on my cum debit account.
How do you get interest? How do they generate interest?
Well, they
at the cum
reinvest.
bank?
They reinvest the cum in other cum-based industries,
Right.
Cum
And
property.
So you share the cum.
and the profits that are made off of that are a little bit of that is paid back to me.
You ever thought about being a cum landlord?
A cum lord.
A cum landlord?
Precisely.
I mean,
Great
no.
mortgages.
I mean, they're kind of like parasitic, don't you think?
Oh,
Yeah,
even
but-
in the cum fairy world.
But on a monthly.
I mean,
cum-
yeah, we're having a housing crisis like anyone else.
Yes.
I mean, you know, you can't. Houses don't grow on trees.
They don't. They're not built from cum.
Yeah, cum doesn't grow on trees.
No, what? It could. Surely you're working on that for a more sustainable, eco-friendly method of producing and retrieving cum.
I mean, the carbon footprint of the cum industry is pretty small.
We do have small feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what they say
Big
about
man,
small
small
feet?
feet.
So Jerry, sorry, this is Jordan, Jerry. You haven't met before.
Oh, hello.
He may have collected your cum at some point.
Was that you?
I mean, I'm not the only cum thing.
No, sorry, yes, there is like a whole hierarchy.
I'm responsible for the Greater Yarmouth.
Greater
section.
Yarmouth
Yeah.
cum deposit.
Yeah.
So, all right, so you sort of have like cum derlings.
Well,
under-
when I was collecting cum,
yes.
as a now I manage cum collectors, yes, but back then I was my posting was Greater Yarmouth.
Yeah.
But it does cycle around a bit because of the nature of the job. Sometimes you want some fresh cum,
Fresher pastures.
yes, cum pastures.
Okay, so what does your job entail now?
I'm in cum logistics. I'm the one that keeps track of all the ins and outs of cum.
Okay. Any sort of... There you go.
Sounds quite sticky.
I mean, I'm not directly handling it.
Do you have sticky fingers?
Are you implying that I am embezzling cum for my business?
Possibly. If you're... Like, I'm not saying you are, like, taking the initiative to do that, but is there pressure from the higher-ups to sort of,
To embezzle money from the company.
How would you smuggle it out?
Their transport systems, they've got this figured out. Primarily tubes.
I wouldn't know. If I try to postulate or speculate on ways you could smuggle cum out of the business, it would just cast suspicion on me.
You saying that casts suspicion on you.
I'm quite suspicious.
It's kind of a no-win
I'm
situation.
even more suspicious that you didn't remember your name.
It's almost like I wasn't planning for this to be a long-term character.
I'm sorry?
What was that? Time came over me.
Oh, did it? Did you collect that?
Oh, very funny.
Well, what do you make of the new surrounds, Jerry?
Was it not a bowling alley before?
No, it was a bar.
It was a bar.
It was a gay bar.
Yeah.
With Mike and... I mean, Mike's still here. He's sniffing
Well, yeah,
shoes
I mean,
now.
yeah, Mike.
Mike's everywhere. Mike has a third eye, maybe a neo-Nazi, and tortures people.
And don't forget the glue.
Caroline works for him.
Oh.
You
She
may have
gets
seen
his
her.
glue.
She brought us cum.
Ah, the drinks, like,
Yes.
she had a fabulous beard.
Oh, yes. The bearded lady.
Anyway, it was nice to see you all.
Are you going?
Oh, you got
I've got business with Mike, actually.
Oh, some sort of trade deal?
I mean, yeah, I'm also responsible for cum selling. So he buys cum
So you have cum
in
on you?
bulk. No, I'm not a salesman. I organize a delivery. For
I
him.
think that you're trying to like pull the wool over our eyes here, and you've not been promoted. You've been demoted to traveling cum salesman.
Oh, fuck.
I mean,
Well, he shit himself.
okay, it's kind of a fine. It may not be a promotion, but it isn't a demotion either. It's more of a lateral move. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, whatever helps you sleep.
And the pay is a little bit better.
But surely you work on commission mainly.
Yeah, and I'm good at my job.
Very good.
Mike is he's my best customer. You'd be
Buys a
amazed.
lot of cum, does he?
Yeah.
He's a cum connoisseur.
Haven't you been drinking it?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, all they sell is cum.
He does have a bottle of 42
I don't
cum.
like this lore.
That's what you fucking get. Anyway, off to the back office.
Good joy.
Oh, John.
Oh, hi, John, you're back.
Oh yeah, sorry. I have a very sore throat, so I had to go and
You
drink
missed the
some
connoisseur.
Drink some cum.
drink some refreshments. Yeah.
I heard if you gargle it, it helps with the sore throat.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. I'm not going to do that.
Right, well, we're here, as always, in this limbo space.
Yeah.
Jordan, how did you get in here?
I don't know.
Door.
Door.
You came in with me.
Name a door, but any door.
What
Like,
door did you see?
you
What
want to-
type of door?
Yeah. We're collecting doors at this point in time.
Look, these guys have it in their heads that they can't leave these buildings.
We can't leave. There's no.
I mean, Beaton, who's in the bathroom right now, is the same thing, but
Yeah,
like
we have to move through the vents if we want
it's
to.
just the door, the bowling alley door.
Yeah.
It leads to the
John's-
corridor.
Basically, John can see a door, and John can go through a door. We cannot go through a door. We go through pipes.
We have to go through the vents.
Yes.
Daniel lost his leg last time
Yes.
because Cheryl turned into a spider woman
Yes.
and chased
We
us.
have suspicion of John, but John's suspicion okay.
Okay.
What door did you see?
Have you tried walking through the door when John goes through it?
He just walks into a wall whenever
Yeah, we don't see anything. John just goes through a wall.
Oh.
But he seems to be able to navigate the space however he wants. Pulling the strings, if you ask me.
It's also good friends with a lot of people. And the last bar.
I mean, what do I have to gain from keeping you lot and also dragging others into this liminal space?
I don't know, John.
That's what I'd like to ask you.
That's a season 5 question.
It's not like he's trying to steal our souls or anything, right?
We don't know.
Oh.
To be honest, I just think we're like, you know, like we have like game review people, like IGN and stuff.
Mm.
We're just John's personal game reviewers to this point in time, in my opinion.
Why us, though? Why not, like...
Perhaps you have
James
the
Stephanie
best taste.
Sterling. Someone with, like, tenure in the industry.
Tenure in games review.
He is
Yes, I've learned how to use the dash button.
he brings the guy that only plays Apple, like App Store games. Sometimes the people who play the
Gambling app store game.
Sometimes people who play the only same game as each other, and on occasion the same people that play the same game week after week after week after week.
But speaking of games...
Video games.
Jordan, what video game have you been playing lately?
I have been playing
No.
the new Pocket Monster game.
Pocket Monster.
It's the monsters that you keep in your pocket.
It's not Snorlax and Ditto True.
They're
and
very free.
Crumble.
Right.
Just Crumble.
I don't think we're that concerned about copyright issues.
No. We already went for
Also, I'm pretty sure-
Scientology in another.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Pocket Monsters is a competing brand anyway.
How the new one?
The new one.
What are the new ones?
Is
As in
it the open world one?
the names of the game?
Yes.
Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah. All right, those ones.
They're not the open world ones, are they?
Are they open world?
Yeah.
And they're like free.
Wait,
Yes,
How are you so unsure about your video game?
I think so.
I am.
Are they,
Yeah.
are they like the top down ones, or are they like the actual like 3D rendered ones? Because of the
3D render world.
Has it been a while?
Yes! Since I've interacted with people.
What are the starter Pokemons?
There is a grass kitty cat.
Oh.
There's
Yeah.
a fire crocodile.
Ooh.
And a water duck with a hat.
Is there not like one that you have to bake now?
You have to bake.
There's like
Not
Pokemon
that I've
that
come across.
it's like dough, and it's like a dog,
Yeah.
and then if you like bake it, it evolves.
Pokemon's really brought up fucking ideas. Up.
There is a dog one,
I
but
mean,
you
it's
don't have
just
to bake it.
Spoiled it, but I
I'm
think
sure
you put
I've
it in an
evolved
oven. Put your Pokemon in an oven.
Yeah.
Do it.
Try that with all your Pokemon.
Pikachu. Get it.
Get in the oven, Pikachu.
Get in the microwave.
Please, I don't want to go in.
Make sure you don't spark.
Ryan Reynolds. Please no.
How? What have you enjoyed? Which one do you have?
I have Violet,
And which starter do you have as well?
the grass one. I always go grass with Pokemon starters.
They're typically the best. Okay.
The water one is very sassy when it evolves.
Oh,
Yeah.
sassy crocodile.
No, the duck one.
Sassy duck.
Yeah. It's a very sassy duck when it evolves.
I swear you said crocodile.
That's a fire one.
Oh,
Yeah, fire.
I'm thinking of Totodile
Yes.
from Crystal. Is it? I've heard things about the gameplay and that it's quite buggy.
Yes, there's a few rendering issues. That I did fall through the map at one point. It just kept going through levels. It just kept going.
Just kept going. Then you landed in here. That's how you got it. You fell
It
through
all
Pokemon.
makes sense now.
There we go.
Yeah. Good thing your Pokemon didn't come. That'd be horrible.
Yeah, good job. Didn't come.
Alright. Didn't fall in here with us.
Well, I could have done with some Pokemon kicking him out. Kind of like twisted Pokemon.
It's like a weaponized dog.
Yeah.
Just cause a disaster.
No, weaponized dogs are well trained. It's when you activate them. When you say the password that unlocks their Maturian candidate brain.
Come, the team. Let's fight.
Kieran, what have you been playing?
We even not done the job! Is there an Elite 5?
Yes, I haven't got that far yet. There's gyms, like in normal, but there's also these, like, the bad guys are called the Star Team, and they have areas where it's weird, you go in and your 3 Pokemon you throw out and they battle, like, just without you interacting with them. They run at the other Pokemon and they
Wait,
fight.
so you're not
but
actually
you don't-
fighting, you just
Yeah.
Pokemon gang.
Pretty much.
Fight.
So they've
Get
got the
them.
normal ones, but also these things where, like, you can do it just walking about as well. You can just throw your Pokemon out and it'll fight
Pokemon.
without you
Silly's
collecting.
wallet.
Yeah.
They added an auto battle.
Which is weird.
The hell?
And there's
auto resolves.
No, it's like
Yeah.
bugging. You just feel like
It's a weird concept. And they've also got
His wallet.
like giant Pokemon. There's like 5 that you've got to defeat. They're a bit harder.
Like legendaries.
Kind
Super
of.
evolution.
But they're just like normal Pokemon, just bigger. They've been hitting the herbs.
Like, Game Freak are really like scraping them out. Like, like, what if we made Snorlax bigger?
I mean, it makes money. People play Pokemon.
Yeah. How do you feel about the state of Pokemon at the moment as a Pokemon fan?
Yeah, the competitive Pokemon scene.
The game before this, the Legends of Arceus, I think it's called.
What the hell?
Arceus.
Arceus. It was interesting because you go like back in time to before Pokemon were like a normal thing, and you build the original Pokédex, which was actually a pretty cool idea.
Mm.
It was like more learning about them and stuff.
Do you meet Professor Boak?
No,
Oh.
he wasn't in it.
He didn't exist yet. He's
Yeah.
not like some timeless ant.
Yeah, he is.
Like Ash Ketchum.
Have you seen the anime? Jordan? Do you like the anime?
It's been a long time.
Recently, right, they finally decided to change the main character of
I
the anime.
heard that, yeah.
Yeah, that's
They
like,
still going?
Yeah.
He finally won.
yeah, he finally won like the World Series or whatever. He's
Yeah.
like, I'm the best Pokemon master ever.
I thought
It's
that
taken me
happened
10
ago.
years and thousands of Pokemon.
But I read on Twitter, it was only like a month or 2 ago, where he actually became like the Ultimate Champion.
Hell, that was on in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's great.
Yep.
And so like, there's actually now a new main character.
I
And,
bet
like,
it's got
people
a
have mixed
woke
feelings.
agenda now.
It's a neo-Nazi.
Oh.
There was already some weird stuff, like the Nurse Joys. Like, every town they went into, it was the same police officer, right, and the same nurse.
Yeah.
So,
Clones. Just,
there were robots or something, I
I
think
saw
it
Joe's
was.
head going the other way. I just saw imagine him being like, and there's a nurse, he was a man. Like,
No. I just mean that, like, there
Men
are
can't be
recurring,
nurses.
there are recurring characters in a way that, like, is kind of really sinister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a Pokemon Jinx from Gen 1.
Mm.
It was like a woman kind of
Mr.
one.
Mime.
No.
Like the woman Mr. Mime.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah, wasn't it the one with like the long flowing tentacle things? And
What?
it like was a nice. Oh fucking
Eh?
no!
do you-
Oh, look it up! Fuck off!
but they had to change it because it was originally in blackface
Oh!
in the Japanese version, and then
Yeah, that one.
for like American
Pretty
TV,
bad.
yeah, they had to change it.
It's come up with
Understandable.
fucking Arcane. When Arcane is before Pokemans, the world's gone. Oh, because I spelled it wrong. Yeah, that one. That's not
Yeah.
what I was thinking of.
No, it's like
I
a
see
dress
what
one.
you mean.
But yeah,
There's the
It was-
original one.
They made it purple
Wait,
face
let's do
instead.
before and after.
Before.
That's the before, yeah.
and after.
Oh,
It
okay.
made that face purple.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Oh god.
Slightly
That's
problematic.
unfortunate. Okay.
The 90s.
Does anyone remember the Pokemon film with Mewtwo and Mew
Which Pokemon film?
The first one was Mewtwo Strikes Back.
and Ash?
Brilliant.
Ash cries and it like reactivates Mew or some shit.
No, I think he dies, and then Pikachu cries, and the tears bring
The
him back.
tears of a Pokemon who loves their master.
Their master. Emphasis on master.
Yeah.
This shit is not an equal relationship.
Pikachu is the first Pokemon to actually care for their trainer.
Oh.
Just imagine there's like a back alley of trainers and Pokemon, and the Pokemon doesn't want to be there, and the Pokemon trainer's like, go fucking fight the day. He's like, no, I'll move the day. I'll take a fucking break, right?
I mean, some of those Pokemon are just guys. They're just, like 8 foot tall men or women. It's just like,
Machamp, who fucking
yeah, it's just a guy.
dude with 6 arms or some shit.
There was a screenshot I saw recently of like it was like a scene from the anime where like they were having dinner and all the Pokemon were eating out of bowls, and Mr. Mime was one of the Pokemon. It was just a guy eating out of a fucking bowl on the floor eating kibble. It was like and the post was like, is Mr. Mime just into this?
Not even a Pokemon, I'm just a man.
It's just a man.
He's a mime, he's less than a man.
There's a good bit with Mr. Mime and the Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
It's fine.
So they torture it.
Yeah.
That was really fucked up actually.
Oh yeah, it's a
It gets dark.
GTA 5 type thing where you're playing as Trevor and you go down
Yeah, that was
a
warehouse.
It's like a guy, it's Mr. Mime in a chair though. Been talking to the cops? He gets written outside, I'm no snitch, he's like, fuck you, mate.
Bloody hell.
That nipple clamp him.
Have you enjoyed Pokemon Violet? Scarlet?
Violet.
Violet?
Yeah, it's good. There's not that many new Pokemon. I was hoping for more.
Do they have all the old ones? Because I know there's
Not
a
all.
controversy with the last one that they didn't put them all in.
So there's like 400 in this game, but they're just over the 1,000 mark now. In total.
Too many
Jesus.
Pokemon.
Especially when one's like a set of keys and one's bin bags.
There's an ice cream cone that evolves twice.
Does it get more? Yeah. I mean, that's basically just Diglett. Just put
There was
more
a
of
recent
it.
one that came out called Tanda Mouse, which is just like two
Yeah.
mouse, and then their evolution is like Mousehold. They have a child.
Yeah.
They have two
They had
mice.
sex.
Two mice. Their evolution is them getting a child, and then they evolve again and get another child. It is weird.
Yes, it is like more attacks. Like there's more things there to buy.
I don't understand it. It's weird enough that like a single Pokemon is 2 mice,
Yeah.
right? Because it's two
Yeah.
it's 2 individuals,
They come in pairs.
and now there's more of them.
They've got rid of the daycare side of it, where
No.
you'd put a Ditto in to get raped, basically.
Oh yeah, they breed in daycare. That's really weird.
Interspecies breeding
Yeah.
and like
That's
forced.
probably a good change.
Yeah. Could you still pet your Pokemon and give them beans and they never die?
Yeah, you can have picnics with them.
Oh.
That made that a bit nicer.
Yeah.
Rather
And
than
then you send them off to
yuppie.
fight to the death.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, thank you for the Pokemon update. It's been a while since I've played a Pokemans. Last one I played was Ultra Sun. I
Okay.
think.
There's been a few since then.
Yeah. John, what have you been playing?
What do you say what I'm thinking about to say?
No,
Okay.
I haven't played that in a long time.
Ooh, very proud.
Because all the DLC came out and it was way too expensive.
Is it a certain media property which Henry Cavill has announced recently that he's doing a television series of?
Which sounds promising.
Oh! No, it's not that either.
Alright.
Alright, I have been playing games, of course. But I feel like the game I want to talk about today is Ixion.
You have I think you might have already talked about Ixion on the podcast.
Did I? Right, and then in that
Possibly.
case,
I'm not sure.
It's-
Maybe.
Potion Craft Simulator.
Oh.
Oh,
An alchemy game.
I've downloaded that, but I've not got around to playing it yet. I've heard good things about it though.
Is this the one I messaged you about and then got anyway? Where you-
Yeah, wait, no.
It's on Games Pass now for free.
Pardon me. Maybe.
Anyway, it's a pretty small game where you are an alchemist. You know, you've turned up in a town, you've invaded the previous alchemist who died at his house and just taken it over. He has a magical garden that grows drugs.
This is
Yeah. And it's a game where you mix potions for guests and you haggle with them, you do like mini quests for them.
But you don't just mix potions, do you, John?
What are you trying to say?
You explore.
Yeah, right. Okay, fine. Yeah, but by mixing the potions, it's like a kind of puzzle game where you're like using different ingredients and processing the ingredients. You move an icon around on a map, and the map is full of obstacles, and you're trying to get to these points so that you can make the desired effect of the potion. So there's like healing poison, or invisibility, or lust.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Or
jump
libido.
real high potions.
Jump real high potions. Yeah, so like a guy will come in and is like, hey, my horse, I need my horse to run real fast so I can rob someone or something. You're like, alright. And you just mix up a swiftness potion, give them like, cool, I'll pay money for that. Or, hey, I could pay more for that if you give me a stronger one.
Or a man will come in and be like, I want to fuck my horse, can you make me a love potion? And you can say, no.
That hasn't
no.
happened yet. That has not happened yet. So, yeah, people will give you a little story about it. Sometimes it's a little bit, like, open-ended, so you kind of, like, have to guess what they want.
It's about like Papers, Please, instead of
Yeah. it's
checking
kinda like
people's passports, you're like,
Trying to sell drugs to them.
yeah.
I remember that game.
That's great.
And there's, like, a reputation system where if you, like, sell people too much poison to kill their husbands with, they'll,
They won't let your shot.
no, more of them will turn up.
More bad
and worse
people.
ones.
Yeah, but like, I guess, they'll pay more for like the
But
fucked
the
up dates
average
and
dude's not gonna like you as much because you
Yeah.
sell drugs to like villains, but like the villains are gonna be like, hell yeah, drugs. I mean, that's not what it turned out for me. I just kept like giving healing potions to people who were clearly injured, and it was like, and then the reputation system was like, you're the best. No, I sell to everyone. I'm an anarcho-capitalist. Like, I
makes
never
you
deny
nice.
service.
You want something, I'll make it.
Yeah,
for you.
it just so happened that more people that like
Came in.
wanted, like that had like good
Intentions.
motives
Yeah.
came in than people that had bad motives. It wasn't me that decided if I was going to be good or bad.
You want stealth? Healing potion.
Healing food.
Just imagine John by the counter.
This isn't what I asked for. Drink it!
Well, if you give someone the wrong potion to me, sometimes they're like, I don't want this, I don't want this, and then they fucking leave. And then you get like a reputation debuff. Because they're like, yeah, you fucking offered me like fucking, I don't know, libido potion when I want to just fucking...
Jump potion.
Yeah, I want to fly.
You wanted a lockpick potion? Healing potion, bye!
It's like, oh no, I'm locked out of my house. Is there a potion for that? Here, explosion potion.
It's very similar to a game I was talking about on the podcast, which was No Umbrellas Allowed.
Yeah.
On the episode where Daniel actually fell asleep during recording.
That was really
like
great.
on the floor at your feet here. That episode just has Daniel snoring throughout it.
Who would fall asleep during a recording?
Daniel.
That's a callback, John, to a podcast that never happened. When you fell asleep.
Did I do that?
When we did it online, you just stopped talking for like 20 minutes, and then like we all stopped recording. We're like, John, I had to call you. And then we got a bit on the end of the podcast where you're like answering me on the phone. You're like, what? Huh?
Look, we were
I fell
recording.
asleep.
We were recording late, okay?
It was so good.
Forgot about that.
Kira.
Here, you thought that was a bit, but no, that was live.
John was waiting the whole time.
Oh, what have you been playing?
What's the fucking game by the man who did
Island
Rick
Life.
and Morty? What's his fucking
High on life.
Yeah, I played that.
Disclaimer, this was recorded fucking ages ago before all that shit came out about Justice Island. Fuck that guy.
I get why a lot of people are enjoying it very much. It's only, I think it only takes 5 hours to complete, 5 or 6 hours. It's not long.
Yeah, it didn't seem like a long game.
It doesn't take long. I'm probably like 2 hours into it, 3 hours into it, so I'm halfway through. It's the best way to describe it. See if you have the like funny bone of like a 12-year-old. Go for it.
If you like watching Rick and Morty, am I right?
Yeah. Like I do like. There's very much aspects in the game that I enjoy, where you can literally go up to any character in the game and they'll have a dialogue with you. My main point of really annoyance of it is, and I do respect them for doing this, it's the same fucking voice actors for all.
Every single
Is it all
voice is
Justin Roiland?
Him and one other person, and maybe a couple other people I might be talking shit, but like you go up to everyone and it's the same voice. It's you talk
the NPCs.
So basically, originally when you start the game, you're just a human. You pick. There's only a couple of people you can pick from, and there's aliens join in, blah blah blah, and you get the gun that talks to you, and it's fucking Morty from Rick and Morty that talks to you the whole fucking.
Yeah, the gun is literally Morty.
Yeah, the gun is Morty, and you get transported to this like alien world, and there's before you have to find a bounty hunter to get like this suit to become a bounty hunter basically, and there's all these NPCs, and the thing is you got to go and speak to all these NPCs and to find out what this bounty hunter is. It's the same voice for all. And you talk to about 10 of them, and it's all the same one, and their character.
They say different things.
Their character, they say different things. The character, like the drawing, like everything's like they might be purple, they might be blue, they might be like fat, they might be thin. You don't know, but it's the same voice.
Okay.
The same voice for all of them, and it's a fun game. Like it's a very. I don't think there's any other game that has a talking gun or a talking knife or talking like. There's a lot of guns you can collect over the game.
Cyberpunk, I think, probably had it.
They had the one you can pick up from a dead body, and it gives you the
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's it's fun overall, and there is a bit you can click that slows down the dialogue from the gun, because it is all the fucking time, and it'll even get to the point where if you pause the game...
Less of this, please. Less of the main thing.
Like, if you pause the game and unpause the game, the gun will tell you why the fuck you're pausing the game, and you're like... It got to the point where I was like,
go
I was
away.
You stop playing the game for a week, you come back, it's like, where were you this whole week? It's like, fuck off.
There is some fun dialogues, like when you do the first little small bit, you move on to before you do the big first kind of boss fight. You're meant to be going into the sewers type thing, or like the underpass bit, and there's a conversation between there's two doors you can go through, and both doors are controlled by an individual. You can choose sides with them. There's a fun little like argument between them, who's better looking or who's better with looking.
Yeah, I saw that in the game.
And you can.
One of those is Psychic Pebbles.
Is it?
Zach.
Oh shit.
From they did Happy Friends, Fun Friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Happy People. What was it called? The animated show. What was it called?
Charlie the Unicorn.
No, Happy People, Fun Friends.
The one we
Yeah,
watched.
it was great.
The fucking yellow man and
Smiling Friends.
Smiling Friends.
Yeah.
That's it.
The Big Les Show.
No, kind of.
It's a fun game overall, and it has its like the combats. If you've never played a combat video game like a shooting game, you're going to go into it and still be able to fucking shoot everything and kill everything. It's not that.
It's easy, is
It's
it?
not difficult game. You're going into it for the dialogue. You're not going in for the gameplay.
For Justin Roiland to just scream at you. It's constant.
Yeah, if you do stupid things, or you've got like the knife that will scream in your pocket, be like, I want to kill something. And it's quite fun, like, don't get me wrong. And you have like, again at the start of the game, there's a bit where you have this child in front of you and he's just talking shit to you. You
Shoot the child.
You can kill him, and then you go further, like 2 seconds down the line, you interact with this woman, and she's like, and you can have 2 dialogues. If you kill the child, you have 1 dialogue. You don't kill the child, and it's like the woman's like, oh, he had it coming, blah blah blah. He talked all that shit, and it literally is the only point. It basically is just there because they found it quite funny that you could kill a child in the game, but it's the only child you can kill in the game. And he's a small yellow alien, and I didn't hesitate, sorry, and I killed him. But I've seen videos of people who didn't kill him. You go down and you speak to his mum, and his mum's like, it's really nice if people haven't shot him yet because he does deserve it, type thing. But it's a fun.
That's how you get the choices matter tag.
The one thing I would say about it is very framey. And I have a
Not
PC,
well optimized.
I have a PC that can run pretty much most things. It doesn't really struggle. Like it's struggled. It's not like there's a lot of games that you would think would struggle, but it's not. It runs really fine. When it comes to that game, it's very free. Like I've tried turning down settings and stuff, and turning motion blur and all that kind of shit off, but
Motion blur should always be off.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fuck that.
Blur is horrible.
But I've tried to change settings, and it's not all the time, but like it's just every so often you feel your game like not lagging a little bit, but just like stuttering. And it does. I don't really understand why, but it could just be the game itself, or it's mainly when you're moving from one loaded level to another, because your house is like a human is in this alien world.
It's the Rick and Morty.
Yeah, it's a Rick
Is
and
it
Morty.
really the Rick and
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And you could go basically. Sometimes the door's open, sometimes you have to load it to go into it, and you open the door, and it's one of those like seamless ones. There's not.
Oh, I see. So it hitches.
Yeah, so it kind of stutters, and when you go into the house or leave the house, you're a bit before you actually can move on and shit. But it's a fun game.
Do you have an SSD?
I think so. I don't actually know.
Alright. Because it could just be
It could just be that. Yeah.
bad hard drive.
Yeah, probably. But no, but even in general, when you're in the shooting parts of the game, it still stutters and just when there's a lot of things you hit the screen. But the game itself is fun. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone.
You got I enjoyed it, but don't play it.
Seems like a paradox.
Not really. There's plenty of games I've enjoyed.
If I knew that you were like obsessed with Rick and Morty, I'd be like, yeah, you'll fucking love this.
Yeah.
But if you like don't care about Rick and Morty, or don't like give a shit, or like you're like, yeah, it's okay, I'd tell you not to play it. There's more fun games on Games Pass that you can download that are more enjoyable than this shit. It's not a fun game.
Nathan,
What?
what
have you been
game?
playing?
What video game did you video game?
Real quick. I've been playing a game with John.
Oh, I played once.
You
played
only
it?
once.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed it, to be honest.
Well, play it more
I
then.
wish you played more. Yeah.
Was it chess online?
Yes.
Fuck no.
It's
I
Chinese
hate
checkers.
I don't like
It's
chess.
the royal game of thud.
No, it's Mahjong.
It's Dark Souls. It's Warhammer 40k Dark Tide.
Ooh.
Very fun game.
Yeah?
Yes.
Have you ever played Left 4 Dead?
Or Vermintide.
No.
Or any 4-player co-op game against hordes of enemies.
I would say it's more like Left 4 Dead in the sense of hordes.
So imagine
Very fun.
Pokemon,
I am.
but you're Ash Ketchum with a gun,
Interesting.
and hordes of Pokemon just keep coming at you.
I think I've had this nightmare.
Yes, that's kind of what Dark Tide is.
Okay.
You have to work your way through levels, but you familiar with Warhammer?
Not really.
Okay.
I know of it, but not too much.
You play as either big dumb fighty man.
Odrin!
You play as small little and shooter boy.
Fucking Umi guardsman.
You play as crazy psychic spellcaster.
Shoot the fucking walking bombs on sight. Sorry, that's 40k lore, more or less. I'm just being nice.
Or another one,
The Ministorum.
I'm in the religious
zealot.
one.
nerds. Nerds?
Cultist.
Cultists.
Is that the one I am, the religious people?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I am, yeah.
In a sci-fi setting.
Well,
Cool.
it's sci
Sci-fi
fantasy.
fantasy.
It's sci fantasy.
Okay.
And you, in the game, you have to, you and a team of 4 people, you'd go through levels and you have objectives, but the game is basically mashing through hordes and like thousands of enemies as they come at you in different environments. And you have to kill them all one by one, or many by one in the case of John's Frug. He's an ogre and big dumb guy.
He's like 3 times the size of a normal
Frug
guy.
is
Really?
an
And
icon.
the game, like, you know, it's a first-person shooter. So, like, I recently played like one of the smaller characters, and it's a very different feeling game. Like,
Okay.
as an ogre, and you're a giant ogre guy, you feel strong. Like when you hit people, you hit 5 at a time because like you're so wide. But like when you were playing the little guy, it's like, eh. You know, and the guns the guns have good range, but they don't have the oomph. You like every melee, every weapon, every ranged weapon that an ogre uses also can be used as a melee weapon.
Okay.
So it's like I mean, you have a big
A
auto
shield
shotgun, and then
for-
you stab someone with
Yeah.
it, or like you have a fucking
Yeah, a shield for an ogre is like a door.
it's a blast
Instead
door.
of throwing a grenade, they throw a box of grenades because they
Oh.
can't pull the pins.
They just throw it really hard and it doesn't blow up.
I was watching someone stream it earlier, and they were saying apparently in the lore of Warhammer, there's like this thing where an officer is injured and they ask an ogren to go and get a med kit out of the Chimera, which is a tank. But the ogren doesn't quite understand how to get the med kit out of it.
Yeah,
So it
there's
just brings the tank to the injured officer. It's like, how?
it's not even
Did
that
it.
far off.
But
Plus,
yeah, it's great fun.
Ogrins are also supposed to be pretty claustrophobic, so they wouldn't go in if they wanted to.
It's limited in the way that Left 4 Dead was, in that there's a limited amount of maps and modes. It gets more complicated the higher difficulty you do. The highest we've done so far is level 3 out of 5.
Yeah, we got the one I played, we got fucked up on.
It's-
Yeah, we've had a few level 3s that are like just fucking slogs.
Yeah.
Like there was the one where we had to scan for plague residue.
That was the first level 3 we did.
Yeah, and
We
it
got
fucking-
hard cap.
It was twice as long as the
I
rest.
had an
It felt
awful
like.
it was horrible. I
He
just
died forever,
kept
yeah.
dying over and over. Like I'd stand up and just get like wiped out by someone, and then it's fucking. There was dark times in that level, like, staring off into space. And like I was out of ammo at one point, and like a teammate, I was running up to an ammo box, and someone else who was in the game, not John, went up and just took the ammo. And I just looked up at his character and shook my character's head slowly, and he just nodded his head, just like ran
That was deliberate.
That was awesome.
Absolutely. He was carrying me.
Oh,
But
that's
yeah, it's great
hilarious.
fun. I think it's on everyone's radar at the moment. Really.
Well, yeah,
It's-
it
it's-
came out.
But yeah, it's really
People,
recent.
I mean, 40k is like pretty big right now.
Henry Cavill is doing an show.
He's doing,
It depends what he's playing in End Show. If he's an Ultramarine, I'll be upset.
He done an interview.
Although he
from-
would be a good
He done
Ultramarine.
an interview months ago, before this was even announced. Someone asked him who he'd play in the 40k in the first. and I've never seen a man more like invested in something. He was like, the guy clearly had not an idea what he'd asked him. And he was like, yeah, but I could do this or this or this, but I don't want to be this because this does this. So like, if I want to be in the universe, I don't want to just be this. I want to be like fucking this. And the guy was like, okay.
Okay, nerd.
I'm pretty sure, like in the tabletop, he plays Custodes.
Yeah.
I do because
they're the Emperor's like honor guard. The Emperor being like the God King, who's the just a psychic skeleton on a golden throne who's been fucking rotting for 10,000 years, who gets fed like 1,000 like psychic children every day to keep him alive. It's great.
Cool.
It's fucking metal.
Yeah, like we shall talk about Warhammer lore, but not here.
Well, this is the perfect
We are
one.
running on, and
Fair
Jordan
enough.
has to evacuate this space and
Oh
time.
yeah, I need to let him out. Pocket dimension.
Yeah, well, you'll have to open the door. Big Kieran's on. Anyway, yeah, 40k is great. Also, another game I went back to that's been talked about like 5 times on here, Death Stranding, is having a film made as well. But yes.
And a sequel.
And a sequel. But yes, thank you for joining us on the Latency Lounge. Is the name of the podcast, but we're in the Latency Alley. Thank you, Jordan,
It's been fun.
for bringing us drinks. No, that was Caroline.
No, I ordered them, but I wasn't expecting what was in the
No,
container.
no one was. Thank you, John. Thanks, Jimmy, Jerry. Jerry, you okay? Getting high on your own supply?
Just doing business in the back room.
I'm sure that's what you call it.
Alright, fuck you.
Thank you, Kieran. How did he get through that door?
I won't be coming back.
Kieran just walked through the wall.
Daniel's still taking a really big shit in toilet.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. He says he'll be in a couple of minutes, but we shouldn't wait.
A couple weeks, perhaps.
Probably a couple of
Yeah.
weeks.
Possibly next
Hopefully.
week. Right, bye-bye.
Bye bye, motherfuckers.
Goodbye.
Ooh, a strike.
At least 4